Hi, welcome to day 47 of Science Challenge. Today I'm going to show you a real classic home science experiment. You've probably seen it done before, you might have even done it yourself. I'm just going to show you the real basics and feel free to tweak it however you want. You could make it into volcano, you could try the different quantities of different reactants, you could mess around with it a little bit. So it is the baking powder and vinegar volcano. Okay, it's a really basic chemical reaction between an acid, which is our vinegar, and a base, which is our baking powder. And it results in, it's a two-part reaction, and it results in carbon dioxide being formed, which then foams up and makes our lovely bubbles. Okay, if we add a little bit of washing up liquid, it makes our bubbles a bit better, and so it makes the overall result a bit more impressive. Okay, so all you need to do is you're going to add a certain amount of water. Now I'm adding 1/3 of a cup, okay? And I'm just going to pop it into a jar. You don't need to use a jar, you could use a glass, or you could use a plastic bottle. You could see whether or not that makes a difference to the way that the lava or the foam comes out. Okay, I'm then going to add the same amount of vinegar as water. Okay, so I'm just adding 1/3 of a cup in as well into my water. Okay. I'm then just going to pop a little bit of fairy liquid in, because this just helps with the bubbles and the formation of the foam. And in a moment, I'm going to give that a little bit of a stir. And I'm going to add some food colouring. So use whatever colour you fancy. Okay, I'm going to use yellow, just because I've probably got most of that. Okay, and then just give that a bit of a stir, get it all mixed together. Okay. Right, the next thing we're going to do then is we're going to add our baking powder. Now the mechanism that I use to get my baking powder in is I've just got a piece of cardboard, a piece of really thin cardboard that I've folded, okay? And I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder onto my card. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've got my baking powder on my card. Please ask before you use all the ingredients in the cupboards at home. Okay, so please ask an adult. Okay, and then I'm just going to simply pop my baking powder in, and hopefully we're going to see a good reaction. Off we go. You can see some of the baking powder, hasn't it? Give it a stir if you feel like the baking powder isn't mixing. But you can see there, we've got a lovely formation of foam, and we've made a nice little volcano. So have a little bit of a play with this, change maybe some of the reactants, some of the quantities. You could start off with the water a little bit warm, not suggesting heating this up, but maybe just with a bit of warm water. Try a few things to see whether or not you can affect the rate of reaction that we've got going on, and make sure you clear up after yourself. But enjoy.